4 crazy partners who have excelled in their own different areas. And so sometimes, because they have done it at such a young age, it's good anyway. They expect so much from you too. They expect that you should also be able to meet up with their pace. And so sometimes it might be a bit challenging, but hey, it's a good challenge, really. You just have to rise up to the task.
The most challenging part, to be honest, I think is human capital. It's been very, very tough for us retaining people, retaining good people. So again, because of the type of personalities, we're highly driven, very demanding. You want to hire people who are naturally entrepreneurs, and it's very hard to find people who are entrepreneurs.
I think everybody at CardinalStone probably does 3 or 4 jobs. And so it's not a challenge in a negative, but it's something that could take getting used to if you're coming from a place where you have a very clear job description, which doesn't change, which is a 9 to 5, and you come in and do exactly the 4 things that are in that list, and that's it. And so challenging in that, obviously from a time management perspective, you have to dramatically improve how you handle that. You have to use different parts of your brain. 90% of the time you're thinking about your core work, but sometimes you're thinking about HR, even though you're an investment person, or you're thinking about brand, or you're planning something else. And so it's constantly a challenge to first juggle all of that, but even to get your mind around working across so many different parts of the organization. But at the same time, it's a fantastic experience.
My most rewarding experience is just seeing something that started as an idea and seeing it grow into a business that now contributes to over 100+ families in the core business itself, and many more families across. It's just having that idea and then just seeing it grow to this thing that is having an impact on so many families.
Sometimes I have the feeling of nostalgia when I think about the success story. I know when I joined, it was not a brand that was known. So, and I've seen what CardinalStone is today. So it's a story of hard work, smart work, dedication, diligence, and just sheer determination on the part of the management and the staff members.
The fact that you are part of a growth story, the fact that you are building something and you could see the results. Sometimes when you're in a firm that is already matured, there's very little you could see. But the fact that you're building something and it's very visible and you're part of that growth story, you're part of that story.
The biggest goal for the next 10 years is to actually to build on the successes we've achieved to date and help ensure that the firm is sustainable. We want the firm to grow faster, which means we need to have the right level of resources, people, capital, technology to achieve the kind of growth we envisage for the firm. And I think for the next 10 years, that should be my biggest goal, trying to actually get the firm to where we envisage.
The biggest thing about my vision for CardinalStone in the next 10 years is for us to be at that point where we're successfully transitioning this business to the next generation of leaders, to the next layer of leaders, so that they can then carry it on from there, and hopefully in future they also carry it over to other people.
I want to see them as one of the top 3 financial institutions in Africa in the next 10 years, and it's doable.
My hopes for CardinalStone in the next 10 years is that the firm continues to retain its, at its core, its principles, and continues to allow that to drive growth, continues to, allow that to, invest in its people, and just 10 years from now, we're here, we're sitting on a bigger platform, but that's still driven by the same core values.
CardinalStone principle that resonates with me the most will be leadership.
One firm approach.
Trust.
Leadership.
Trust. The one firm principle.
Standards. One firm approach.
Leadership.
Leadership.
The one firm approach.
Standards.
The one firm approach.
Leadership.
We act as owners and we are accountable to each other.